how to use your library card at home. My name is Taylor Balger. I am a reference assistant at Tredyffrin Public Library. Today we'll be discussing how to read the newspaper using your library card. First, we're going to start by talking about the Philadelphia Inquirer. So your first step is you want to go to ccls.org, and once you've done that, this will be the page you land on. When you click on Databases, there will be an option, the second option here, to select Databases by name. When you select that, there will be an option to browse alphabetically. So if we want to access the Philadelphia Inquirer, we select P for Philadelphia, and we want to select Philadelphia Inquirer Collection with Historical. When you click on Philadelphia Inquirer Collection, it'll ask you for your library card. So you input your library card information, and once you've done that, you select Login. Once you're logged in, it'll bring you to this interface. Now, there are 3 different options here, and the one you'll probably want is the one on the bottom where it says 2018 to current. This is an image, so it's an image of the front page and all the subsequent pages, rather than just the text. So once you click on that, it'll give you all the different days you have access to, and if you want to go back even further, there are these calendars right here. So that's a very easy way to access the Philadelphia Inquirer simply with your library card. Now, if we want to access the New York Times, we can also do that. So we want to go to the first, we want to go back to the databases by name, and when you do that, you can select N for New York Times. Now notice there is a user guide, so if you have any other questions, you can feel free to peruse that. But here we're going to select Remote Access. When you do that, it's going to bring you here to our access management login. Now, this is going to be the exact same information you put in when you're at catalog.ccls.org. So it's the same PIN from that. So if you put in your library card information and you put in your PIN and hit submit, it'll enter you into New York Times. Now you have 2 options here. You can create an account or you can log in. For me, I already have an account, so when I hit create an account, it'll pop up here with the email address that I use to access this. If I didn't already have a login, I would input the email address here and then the password here to create the new username. Now that I've selected my login, it's going to ask to access the New York Times. And now that we are in, you can feel free to peruse the New York Times. If you have any further questions about the Philadelphia Inquirer or the New York Times access through your library card, feel free to reach out to us. We can be reached at tpl@ccls.org. Thank you for listening.